Are you getting lost again in your comfort zone, in the inner garden where you escape often into your fantasy land? I know I've been there, and that's why it's so important to pull yourself out of it. It's often said that delusion is the key to manifestation, which is true, but you need to ask yourself if you're escaping into your inner garden, which is your sacred garden, where manifestation happens, or are you just escaping to a secret garden where you want to escape the reality of the world? I was recently speaking to a friend, and she happened to tell me that she was chatting with this guy for about 2 years now, and that he has kind of been her emotional crutch every now and then, and she really speaks only to him. She doesn't go out of her way to speak to anyone else, but she's not sure of this guy. She doesn't want to emotionally label anything. So I asked her about the other aspects of her life, and she told me that she doesn't really feel like going out anywhere. She doesn't really feel like talking to anyone, interacting with anyone. She hates if eyes are on her or if she's the center of attention. And she just really feels cozy when she's in her room, holed up by herself. Now, I'm sure that sounds very familiar to most of you. I know I have been there. When you reach such a stage, I would encourage you to ask yourself if you have started to maybe find that holding up in your room, that comfort zone, as your savior, as a means to escape reality, or have you been using that time to actually take a step back and take care of your mental health? I think we pass around this word very freely these days, but we have been lulling ourselves into incompetence and to paralysis for longer than I can remember now. And I only say this with a lot of love because I know I have been there. It wasn't an easy journey to push yourself every single day, and it's still an ongoing process, but that is the only way out. The hours we spend in our fantasy land, and that doesn't even have to be just about the what ifs or about our future or past. It can be something as silly as mulling over a show. It's not wrong to do this every once in a while, but if you find that you're feeling more comfortable, more safeguarded with this being the majority of your life, you are spending most of your time inside of your mind, internally, not speaking to anyone else, not having any social interactions, not even attempting to getting to know yourself better. If you're just letting life pass by you, that's not the best thing that you've been doing for yourself. At some point, you're going to have to become your own savior. Realize that no one's coming to save you. I know everyone says time is an illusion, but time is fleeting. And before you know it, you're going to be 50, 70, 80, and trust me, it's not worth collecting receipts of your retirement to buy tickets to the places that you've always wanted to visit when your legs don't work anymore. Since time is so fleeting, it would be only sane of us to use it wisely. I believe that we as humans take many, many lives. If you just think about the many lives that we take, that means that we have experienced numerous amounts of traumas, stories, lessons, and that also means that there have been multiple people and humans who have hurt us in different ways in those different lifetimes, and we've probably hurt them. Think about it. It's only because we don't remember those lives we don't sit and cry about it. Because we only have consciousness and awareness of this very life, it's easier to place the blame on someone, to find someone to be the scapegoat, to victimize yourself, and to use every excuse in the book to not level up. Think about it this way. If there are so many people that I have a bone to pick with, why am I getting so stuck in this one lifetime, crying about that one father who didn't do right by his part, or crying about the siblings, the friends, all the people who wronged you or did not measure up? This way of looking at these people is what keeps you in a victimizing mindset. You start to think to yourself, I've been dealt the worst cards of life. I'm the only one who's ever suffered. And I did this, but she did that. Or you can go on and on in your mind about these things. But imagine the superhuman effort and energy you're expending. It's going out of you to that particular person, topic, or even story where you're keeping yourself small and victimized, not doing anything to better your life. You are meant to level up. You're meant to do great things in life, becoming the most awesomest version of you. That's what you're here to do. squeeze the juice out of life as much as you possibly can on this limited time on earth that you have. And that won't be possible if you don't get out of your head, if you don't come out, ground yourself into this present moment and reality. Get out of your inner mind, get out of your inner world, and start to do something. Who are you without the story of what happened to you? Think about it.